My dad is 60 this year and he's still never seen Plymouth Argyle, our hometown club, in the top flight of English football. 10 years ago, Plymouth Argyle were all the way down in Sky Bet League 2, but with a decent team. And so I've given my dad the challenge to change history using the Mr. Teeny 2015-16 database, as he looks to take over Argyle in League 2, only completing the challenge once they are Premier League champions. Dad, it's a Plymouth Argyle rebuild.
Yes.
Using a retro database.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to this one.
Yeah, so we are taking over, or you are taking over Plymouth Argyle. I set you the challenge using the Mr. Teeny retro database 2015-16 because that's when Plymouth Argyle were down in Sky Bet League 2 a long time ago from us now. However, they were one of the favourites that went up in either that season or the season after. And they've got a very good team, so you are predicted to be the favourite straight from the off.
They've got a really good squad at the moment. I just thought they just lacked a little bit in depth. So before we sort of started, really, I loaned in two players that I felt that could really help me, really.
Yeah.
One of them being Walker Peters.
Yeah, so you can see... Oh, let me get to it. Hold on. Right, first off, I mean, the team that you already had some of the best players in the league, one of them being Graham Carey.
Yes. Very, very good attacking midfielder, I felt.
Yeah, he was a star man for Argyle around that time.
Yeah,
so
he was,
very good player. He can play in the attacking positions. He was the key in the early seasons, I think, which is going to be in getting back to the championship. Yeah. And could be the key for you to get you into the championship.
Oh, 100%. Definitely, yeah. I think there was another player that in the team that sort of went under the radar, really, because of the amount of goals that he scored for Argyle, and that's Ruben Reid.
Yeah.
Really good striker for us, but sort of didn't go anywhere really. I didn't think it sort of, you look at him and you think, is he? Isn't he? But oh God, then he scored some goals.
He did
He's
score
a big
some
lad
goals.
as well. That's what was good for him really.
He's a unit.
Size. Yeah, he was a unit. I remember watching him.
Yeah, so there's a very good team for Argyle, but as you said, you signed a couple of players, so let's take a look at them. In the transfer history, 2 loan signings, which is good for the lower leagues. We've got Jack Dunn coming in from Liverpool, so
attacking midfielder who can play up front as well, just in case I get any injuries there, so he can play in a couple of positions. Nice young lad, sort of really that sort of coming through, really.
Yeah, and then we've got Carl Walker Peters.
We know a lot about this guy because he did make it really well for himself, didn't he? And he plays on both sides, which I just thought was really, really good for me, really.
Yeah, he's quite a player for this level. You can see 4-star player for this level. But yeah, so this basically is the 2015-16 database with the new gens coming through as well. Yeah. So maybe Dad will go on and sign Erling Haaland for Plymouth Argyle. We just need to find out. Now, I set Dad the challenge of doing this until he wins the Premier League. Now, Argyle have never been in the Premier League, so the fact of going on to win it in the first place is a massive deal because they've never even played in it, even competed in it.
I think we're one of the biggest cities not to be in the Premier League.
I think we're one of the biggest cities to never have a team in the top flight.
Yeah.
In Europe.
Yeah, probably.
That is one of the biggest fact about Plymouth. So it'd be great to get that over the line, and you started off the season quite well. We can see you're already in first, but what are you playing? You're playing a 4-2-3-1.
Yeah.
Suits Argyle's team down to a T with this team.
Right, yeah.
Especially with the likes of Carey and...
Yeah, got some good wide players as well. Ruben up on front on his own, sort of good defence, really.
Jake Jervis, I remember him being very good as well on the right-hand side.
Really sort of speedy person type thing, yeah. Defenders, you can see I've got a couple of defenders in there, especially with wing backs. Both of them are on loan, so it's a position I've got to be looking at next season. So hopefully, they'll do me well as well. Yeah,
Peter Hartley at centre back alongside Curtis Nelson. I remember Curtis Nelson very well. You may recognise Curtis Nelson because he's brother of Wes Nelson, who's quite a famous person now as well. So he was on Love Island.
Was he?
Yeah, he was on Love Island, Wes Nelson.
You know more about that than me.
And got a bit of a rap career, I think, something like that anyway. But Curtis Nelson, good player, good centre-back.
Yeah, definitely,
All right, so starting things off, the first few games of the season, obviously you sat top of the league. It started very well. You've really won every game.
Yes, I've won every game. I've only conceded one goal in the league. Yes, so the defence are working really well already. So really pleased with this.
Fantastic stuff. I mean, beating Portsmouth at Fratton Park on the opening day is a massive...
Big game, that is, the first game.
The lucky house
the
is
biggest
there.
game there is the one away to Exeter. I'm coming away with a 2-0 win.
That's the rivalry right there.
Jarvis and Ruben Reid, get in.
Everybody keeps on going, oh, why don't you do an Exeter versus Plymouth Argyle 10-year rebuild? None of us want to be Exeter. They are scum.
Problem. That is a problem.
They are the Wrens of England. They even they even got similar badges to red and black. Beating Birmingham, though, in the cup in that second leg was very good. 1-0. So you're not even conceding against teams that are above you because they're in the championship.
I must admit, that was
Steve Holland.
Yeah, it was a surprise result for me. That was to win that game 1-0. So I'm going to take that. Yeah.
All right, well, it's a fantastic... And Morecambe, God bless them. 6-0 against Morecambe. Of course, I've got to go back up to Morecambe soon and try and win back those tag titles that we lost. But, 6-0 against them. They don't stand much of a chance there. All right, season number 1 then. Very early doors, but it's a good start. Can Dad go on to win the Premier League? How many seasons will it take? Let us know down in the comments your predictions and whether we'll see a famous face or not as we go through with the new gens coming through. Let's find out what happened in season 1 now. All right, season number 1. We are champions.
5 points.
Lovely stuff.
Yes.
5 points ahead of Notts County, who finished in the automatics with Portsmouth. Barnet are also joining you through the playoffs. Very good stuff.
Yeah.
123 goals.
Yes.
So that is...
That's how you win games, isn't it?
Yeah,
So,
that's the most goals across. I mean, by a landslide too. Nearly 30 there. But yeah, very good stuff. Is there a goal scorer though? Let's have a look at the player statistics in the attacking goals. Ruben Reid was joint top scorer with Sean Batt, and only second because he played one more game than Sean Batt. So both got 38 goals, which is absolutely amazing. Graham Carey even got 21 too.
Yeah,
so
good sports there, really.
very good stuff from them. In the other competitions, obviously, we're not expecting too much, but in the Johnson's Paint Trophy, you might have stood a chance in that one. Didn't get to the final or anything in that one, although Ruben Reid did score the most goals in that competition too. But Chelsea won the FA Cup. Capital One Cup was Manchester City. So to give you an idea, this was Jose Mourinho's Chelsea, who went on to win the season before this, and then Leicester won this season. So, I mean, I very much doubt Leicester won it this time. No, it was Manchester City. Where did Leicester finish? 16th. So, not
Which is
quite,
probably where everybody thought they were going to finish.
Yeah, not quite realistic under Claudio Ranieri, but there we go. So, not too bad. But Plymouth Argyle up into Sky Bet League One. So, we're on the up already. That's fantastic stuff. Now, squad-wise, let's have a look at the goals because we've got 44 from Ruben Reid. So, great start. Graham Carey there too with a good amount. However, Ruben Reid is running out of contract.
Yes.
Hasn't gone to a club yet. Hopefully you lock him down for more.
Don't want to be losing him when he's scoring that many goals to me, do I really?
No, absolutely not.
Oh, good response for Jake Jarvis as well. So,
Jarvis.
Got there in the end. I mean, 16 goals. I'd have thought a little bit more sort of assists from him, but
Greg Wild got the assist.
Yeah, he got
on the other side.
On the other side,
21.
So, I'm pleased with that. Really, Carl Walker-Peters played well for me. 9 assists from him. So that's what I expected to get from him. But I'm going to lose him now. I'll try and sign him, but I've very much doubt 14 million ain't going to come to me, is he?
No, probably not. Let's have a look then at the transfer budget going into season number 2. We've got 250 grand, which is kind of expected, really, for Argyle. They've never really had big budgets, but a nice little wage. So financially, it ain't too bad. All right, on to season 2. Good start. All right, Dad, season number 2. I'm shocked to see just the 2 signings.
Yes.
Reece Bennett, who had his photo taken when it was really sunny.
I was a bit weak in defence, and obviously I'll sort of lose both my centre-back, wing backs and all that. So I've got this guy in. He's a good centre-back. We can also play in the right side of wing back as well, but I really need him to be. But that's what I struggle to get players in that because I think they didn't know where I would be in this league when I was trying for loan teams. The players didn't want to come to me.
Yeah. Okay, well, the other signing is Darren Petrie from Rafe. Now, Plymouth Argyle have a weird link with Scottish players.
Yeah, we do.
Always sign it. Even though we are so far away from Scotland, we've had Scottish managers non-stop. We're always buying Scottish players. So it's no surprise that Darren Petrie has come down to the sunny south coast of England and signed for you. He is that left-back replacement for Carl Walker-Peters.
Yeah, definitely, yeah.
So it's quite good too at this level.
I've brought in two defenders, and then that's the best I could do, really. So it's fingers crossed, really, and hopefully I can get on with it, really.
I mean, he's young. He's only 21. Yeah, he's got good potential as well.
I think it's a good signing for the future, really. Yeah. You know, and like you say, his potential's there.
Not
good
bad.
signing, really.
Now, on the outs, Mike Cooper left. Now, he's a new-gen goalkeeper and actually was a very good goalkeeper for Argyle. He signed for Sheffield United a couple of seasons ago.
Yeah, he's a good keeper.
So he has gone, unfortunately, despite having good potential, 135k, but you got to keep the lights on now and before he, you know, obviously before he turns into something good. You might already be at a bigger stage that you wouldn't need him anyway.
Yeah.
But you still left 200 grand in the transfer budget.
Yeah, I just couldn't get anybody else in.
All right, well, you started the season quite well because you're currently sat top of Sky Bet League One. Now, there is a draw in there to Preston, and you're out of both cup competitions, which isn't a bad thing at this level, really. Watford knocked you out 4-0 in the Carabao Cup, and then Cambridge knocked you out on penalties in the Johnson's Paint Trophy. But in the league, we've got Chesterfield, a nice little 3-1 start there. Gillingham 1-0 after battering them 4-0 in the cup.
Yes.
Wigan, that's a big one.
That was a big result for me.
4-1 against Wigan.
It was always going to be an hard game up to there, really. So, yeah.
And then Swindon away.
Yeah. So that was an hard game as well to take a draw. I'm quite happy with that.
Yeah, Graham Carey with the goal there. So, looking at the tactic, we're keeping exactly as you were last season by the looks of it.
Yeah. I just felt really why change it when it was a good season, so that's what I've gone for.
Yeah.
If I can score anywhere near the amount of goals I scored last season, I'll be there or thereabouts.
Yeah, I mean, Ruben Reid stuck around for another season. In fact, another 2 seasons.
Yeah.
Signed a 2-year deal, so that's good. Good to see. Hopefully he can start banging them in. He's got 2 goals already at this level, 1 in the Carabao Cup. So he's off running again with 3 goals. That's not too bad for Ruben, but all right. Season number 2. Let's see if you can survive or thrive in Sky Bet League One. All right, well, not a bad season whatsoever. It's just so disappointing that you were so close from a playoff spot.
Yeah, well, when you look at Millwall, 1 point above me.
Yeah, and they got promoted.
So, yeah, it's so close. When you think, what did I draw? 9 games?
Yeah.
Such a pity, really, but I'm going to take that this time of the season. You know, first season in League One, become 7th, just missed it in the playoffs. 100% I'm going to take that, really.
Yeah, you actually have more wins than Millwall by the looks of it. But they just lost a lot less than what you did. But if anything, might be a blessing in disguise. Going up too quick can sometimes be the
100%.
worst thing.
Yeah, really. I mean, I could do with like a good sort of like transfer window this season and push on again next season, really.
Yeah, I agree. Charlton Oldham has gone up there. Plymouth Argyle down in 7th. Got to be happy with that, I think, for the first season there. In the other cup competitions, of course, we were already out of Johnson's St Paint Trophy, and the FA Cup was won by Manchester United. Didn't really expect you to be winning that one anyway, but we're all good. So let's have a look then how the team performed. 31 goals from Ruben Reid, so he's still putting in the goals, as is Jake Jervis with 20.
That goes to show that those two just fitted in quite comfortably in this league, so I'm happy with that. I haven't got to change nothing there, really. Yeah,
Graham Carey dropped off the goals, but he got more assists this time round. 17 assists this season, so not too bad from Graham. But the transfer budget, you had 200k left over. It's up to 2 million now. Plymouth Argyle have never spent 2 million.
No,
let me tell you that. They might have done 1 season after selling quite a lot of players, which was last year, but that is about it. So having £2 million in the bank, I don't know what you're going to do with it, because not a lot of people want to come down this far.
No, that's the problem.
So let's see then. Season number 3. What does the summer have in store for us? All right, transfer window. Money was spent on Conor McLaughlin.
Yes.
Or McLaughlin. I never remember how people always tell me off for saying it, but he's a good right back.
Yeah,
nonetheless.
Yeah. I felt that I was still weak in defence, really. I thought that's where my weakness. I mean, you can see we're scoring goals anyway, so that's what I was going to try and work on, really.
Yeah. Then we've got 4 more players who have joined the club. Free agent Ryan McGivern. Again, a defender.
Yeah.
Again, from Northern Ireland.
Yeah,
so.
I mean, it's left-footed, strong on his left foot, and so he plays left back and the centre left sided as well. So
from
2
Port
positions.
Vale.
Yeah.
Then we've got Joe Wildsmith on loan, goalkeeper.
Yes, I lost my reserve goalkeeper, so I had to get another keeper in just in case. So he's young lad who's coming through the ranks, potential 5 stars. So he's a good keeper to have in as a reserve keeper.
Yeah. Then we've got Danny Holler. What a name that is. Danny Holler, centre midfielder, plays centre defence midfield. He's not great. He's from the Netherlands.
He's not great, but it's like having a sort of like a really good squad player. They can sort of play in those two sort of positions, really. And that's what I need to do. I need to bolster my squad, really, to get sort of half decent players in instead of just sort of like ones that you just think they would never get in your team anyway. But at least this guy can sort of help me out if I get any injuries.
Well, he's got a goal and assist so far at the start of the season with a very good average rating, so maybe he plays very well in this system. Then we got Frankie Kent from Colchester, which has got to be the most Essex name ever.
Yeah.
Frankie Kent, and you bought him from Colchester. That's hilarious. 400k though.
Yes.
A lot of money.
I think this guy's a good centre back.
Another centre back.
Yeah, I think he's a very good centre back as well. 6'2", jumping reach is very good. His heading's very good. He's going to be a strong defender for me, I think, for a few seasons now. He's only 21. He's got a 5-star ability, really. He can get there.
Potential.
4.5, yeah. Potential, sorry. But, yeah, he's going to be a good player for me, I think.
Okay, well, keeping again the exact same tactic.
Change it. No, I don't want to change it. I think I've done well 2 seasons now. Coming first and 7th. So, why would I change it? Let's just buy players that fit in the rules. And then that's what I'm trying to do.
Yeah, so the front four has not changed
in
3 seasons, which is so unlike you. This is weird. No tactics being changed, strikers not being bought. Did you seriously do this, or did Mum? This is weird.
I just looked at it and thought, well, they're scoring goals, and 123 goals the first season. It's got 7th in the second season. Why interfere with that? I just sort of like, I knew I needed defenders, and that's where I was trying to spend my money. Waldsmith's gone in goal for me as well, by the looks of it. So that's interesting to think about. So, yeah.
Okay, well, let's have a look then. First few games of the season, and yes, you're near the top again. You dropped points to Chesterfield, a 1-1 draw to them.
Yeah.
It was actually a 1-point rescue with a Ruben Reid equaliser. Out of the cup early doors, we're absolutely fine with that.
I'm fine with that, yeah.
A bit of a rivalry with Yeovil. They are fairly close to us.
They are very close, yeah. They're just a bit further than what Exeter is, so we still class that down here as a derby, because it's anywhere within about 500 miles is going to be a derby for us.
Yeah. Sometimes we're like, Portsmouth, that's a derby.
Yeah, definitely.
Bristol,
they don't like that.
Derby. Sheffield United, that isn't a derby. That's a little bit too far away.
Too far for me.
But 3-2 win is a great result.
Really good win that is for me, I think. Really.
Danny Holler with the 80th minute win.
Going away to Peterborough, that's another good win.
Yeah, after losing to them in the cup.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah,
in the same ground as well.
Give them a 4-1.
4-2 against Blackpool though. Great result there too.
Yeah, very good. Yeah.
So, out of the St Johnson's Paint Trophy again.
Yeah,
it's not out of it. It's one of those ones where you just
the group
play.
Stages in it. So yeah.
I'm not bothered about that at all.
I'm not too worried about it.
All right, what we are bothered about though is Sky Bet League 1. So we didn't look at the preview last season, but I can imagine where you were supposed to be sat. But 13th this year.
Yeah.
So that's not too bad. No players in that Dream 11. Birmingham have come down. You've already beaten them. Look who, by the way, is the highlighted star player.
Yeah.
Emi Martinez in goal at Preston.
Who would have
Would
thought
you
it,
believe that? Now, of course, a World Cup winner.
Yeah.
Emi Martinez, and that picture where he's like, where he's shagging the golden glove that he got from it. What a legend. But there we go. Anyway, season number 3. Let's see if you can get yourself promoted after just missing out on the playoffs last season. Well, what a result, because it went to Wembley.
Yes.
And in the playoff final, Dad, you beat Preston.
Yes, come on. Who was in goal for Preston?
Emi Martinez. Yeah. Would you believe it? And I tell you, who scored against him is young Tyler Harvey.
Yes.
He went to school with one of the lad's brothers, one of my mate's brothers. So, yeah, Tyler Harvey has done very well. Well, he's out of contract now, so he's probably going to be leaving because he isn't good enough for the championship. But he got the winner in the
I'll take that at Wembley. Nice day at Wembley.
Yeah, so well done to him. 2-1. Very well done to you too, Dad. Let's have a look at Sky Bet League 1 in general. So the playoffs in the semi-final, you beat Yeovil, great stuff. We mentioned the derby there. Didn't have to travel that far.
That's ideal, that wasn't it?
Yeah, and then the league stage, looking at it, like Yeovil actually finished in 3rd place. 6th place, just scraped in there.
Yep. I mean,
happy days.
It was the same as last season when I finished 7th and just missed out. This season I've just got that 6th position.
Yeah.
And then gone all the way.
Scored the most goals, 99 goals in total, which was the most in the league, including the playoff goals, because you can see only 93 in just the league, which was still joint highest with Yeovil themselves.
Yeovil. Come down to the southwest and see all the goals.
Yeah. Then, if you're looking at the actual tally for players, Ruben Reid was the Golden Boot winner with 27.
Yeah.
with former Argyle player Sylvain Ebanks-Blake behind him.
He played really well for us, didn't he?
Yeah, he was very good. I like
yeah.
Ebanks-Blake. He was very good for us in the Championship.
Yeah, very quick.
Ruben Reid, that's 2 seasons that he's been the Golden Boot winner now, pretty much. So, really good stuff from him. Ideal. Championship football next season, Dad.
Yes.
Not bad at all. Didn't win the Johnson St. Paint Trophy, but we're not worried about that.
I think next season is just going to be like a survival season, really, trying to stay in that league, really, because it is a hard league, isn't it?
30 goals from Ruben Reid, Jake Jervis with 18, Greg Wilder and Kerry still getting a good amount of assists, but you're starting to see those star ratings drop a little bit already.
That's right, yeah.
Are they championship worthy? Oh, I don't know about that. Danny Holler's bopped up, blood. He's gone up to a 3.5 star now.
After what we said about him at the beginning of the season, I've had a really good season out of him, really nice. So I'm pleased with that signing, really.
Not bad at all.
12 goals, 6 assists out of 48 games. Can't be bad, can it?
No. Right, okay, let's have a look then at recruitment. How much money have you been given to go into the Championship? 3.82. So just slightly less than double the what you had last season. Going up a division now. It's all about recruiting smartly. Don't put yourself in any financial trouble. Use the loan market. Have I taught you well? Let's find out. A Championship time, and we've got some recognisable names that are going to be popping up. First off, though, is Joe Bennett. Free transfer for Joe Bennett. Good left back.
Yeah, another good left back I've got coming in. I've got to strengthen the sort of squad up. I'm thinking at it now. It's a big season for me, really. Get a few more players into help the squad, and if I can get a first team player in that amongst that as well, even better.
Yeah, but here is the first recognisable name that we're going to see.
Here we go.
John McGinn. We've already seen Emi Martinez from Aston Villa. Now we've got John McGinn at 23.
I think this is a good signing for me, really, getting him when he was this young, really. I mean, we know what a good player he is. Come down from Scotland, really. So, like we were saying earlier, the Scottish boys like coming down here, have a bit of an holiday down here before they move off again. So, good signing off here. Good
What's
midfielder.
Hilarious is he signed for Dundee last season for 575k, didn't play.
No.
And then you sign him for 500k. Already got 6 appearances, got a goal, got an assist. There we go. He's off to a flyer.
Fitting him in that right position, isn't it, really?
Yeah. So John McGinn already in English football here. Right, now we've also got Luke Norris, who's joined for 500k. Looks to be a good striker as well.
Yeah.
We've obviously got Ruben Reid knocking around still.
That's right, yeah. But I was worried about if I've got an injury. I mean, I've been lucky so far. He's done the whole of the season for the 3 seasons so far. So if I've got an injury, I needed another striker to come in. This guy would do it for me, hopefully.
Yeah, but we've got loads more. I mean, there's a few players who've gone out on loan. Doesn't look like any players have been sold outside of Ryan Law, who wasn't a first-team player anyway. So we're not losing any of the first-team players. No. If anything, it's just a couple of released players. Luke McCormick's gone, which was one of them.
He didn't want to sign a new contract. That was a bit... I was a bit worried about that, really.
Tyler Harvey, the hero of the Championship.
Yeah, he's gone,
the playoffs. But let's have a look at the rest of the players, because there is a few more recognisable names in here. Kazito, not being one of them, by the way, but free transfer, can play on the right-hand side. Let's be a good attacking threat from Uganda.
So that's good
There's
signing.
a weird Ugandan link with Plymouth Argyle. Did you know that?
No, I didn't.
So the old manager, Bobby Williamson, he left Argyle. When he left Argyle, his next job after that was the manager of Uganda.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah,
so there is a weird link.
He come down from Scotland, didn't he?
Yeah, one of our former Scottish managers that we had. Paul Sturrock.
Yeah.
Then we had the other guy who would sign loads of Scottish players too. There's so many. Bobby Williamson being one as well. Derek Adams was another one. So many Scottish managers coming down. Let's have a look. Then we got more. We got Luke Hyam, who's another free agent, good midfielder. Loves to blow dry his hair by the looks of it. Good mental and physical attributes though.
Yeah,
solid player.
Could be a strong player for me playing for the middle for me. Yeah,
definitely. I like the look of him.
Yeah,
great free signing that one. Then we got Menno Koch. Good defender.
He's a very good defender. 24. I think is a very good sign. Good signing for me this one. He could be around for a few seasons as well.
Yeah, what I like is you utilise the free agency when all of these players were without a club.
Yeah.
For over a month. They're getting desperate.
Yeah.
Yeah, how desperate are you? You ready to come to Argyle? No? I'll come back next week.
That's right, yeah.
Got a club yet? No. Well, do you want to come to Argyle? And then there's like, the season's about to start. We better find a club. And then they come. Simon Moore, though, 275k from Cardiff. There's the goalkeeper.
Yes. Really
good one too, actually.
Yeah, he's a good keeper. Yeah, so I was pleased to get this guy in. So that's going to be my keeper for the next few seasons, really. I think.
Yeah. Then we've got two more. I recognise this lad, Andrea Pinamonti from Inter Milan on loan. That's a decent striker.
Good striker, yeah. So I've got myself 3 strikers now. So I'm in whether to start tinkling now, you know.
Oh, I bet.
Yeah.
Then we got one more player, Alfie Whiteman. Had to get Spurs in there every now and then. Another goalkeeper.
Well, my reserve keeper last season was on loan, wasn't he? So
Yeah.
I had to get another keeper in. So I've got 2 good keepers in. I felt.
Okay, he looks terrifying, doesn't he? They really got to sort out the new gen faces. Let's have a look then at the tactic. We have changed it. We have gone to a 4-2-2.
Yes.
Ballsy going more attacking when you're going up the division.
But I just had the 2 I brought in a couple of good strikers. So I got 3 good strikers, so I didn't want to waste that opportunity of having 2 really good strikers up there. So that's what I've gone for, really.
Yeah.
Ruben,
there was
Ruben
more
can't
signings.
get this side now.
There's more signings because he didn't come up on the thingy,
No.
but there's a young Calvin Phillips
There we
in
go.
there.
Yeah.
So I don't know why he was on the transfer history. For some reason that doesn't show
If I
up.
just brought in 2 really strong midfield players.
Yeah. This is Calvin Phillips before the cornroads. Look at that. Look at that. The curls on him. Brilliant. Of course, he was at Leeds from the youth academy, so signing him for 675k. He was a key man. Why is that not showing up on there? Or am I being stupid? It's down there, look. It's a scroll away and I've missed it. But yeah, he signed on the 1st of July. Calvin Phillips, who was another signing, and good signing at that. How he doesn't make the first team, don't know.
No.
But he's on the bench anyway, nonetheless. He'll probably play quite a lot of games. John McGinn next to Calvin Phillips. I mean, you know I love being critical when you do stuff that is a bit silly, so I'm going to say it.
Go on then.
2 playmakers.
Yeah, I did look at that. I thought of that, but
advanced playmaker, midfield playmaker.
Yeah, I know, yeah.
Oh, not the biggest fan
that one might
of
have just slipped through, but they were both good on the ball, so that's what I went for, really.
All right. Well, how's it been doing at the start of the season? You're doing all right in terms of the league table. Lost 1 game against Middlesbrough, but they're one of the biggest teams in here anyway.
Yeah.
The rest of the results are very good. Actually, you lost to Wolves too.
I mean, that was always
get done by that one.
That was going to be an hard game as well against Wolves, I feel, really.
Yeah.
So at their place as well. But the rest of the results, I've got to be happy with them, really. Beating Charlton as well, away at Charlton. That's always an hard ground to go to.
Cardiff 2-1,
Yeah.
Charlton away from home with Pinamonti getting himself a hat-trick. Nice. Rotherham 1-0. They're always in and around the Championship, aren't they? Swansea and Bradford, big club in the Championship. Another 2 goals from Pinamonti. So scoring goals.
Started off well with 2 strikers, yeah.
Yeah. Let's see then the season preview for this year, because I'll guarantee you're not up there yet. Bottom.
Yeah.
Dead last. Despite obviously signing some very recognisable names.
Yeah, what's going on there, really?
Dead last.
Yeah.
But all right, so favourites to go up are Southampton. So just coming down from the Premier League, Brighton, Fulham and Southampton. Obviously, we got the likes of Watford, Cardiff, Sunderland, Fulham, Derby, all big clubs. Brentford as well must have just come down. Leeds, this Championship is stacked full of massive English clubs.
Yeah, definitely, yeah.
And then like Plymouth Argyle, who not really known as a massive club. But hey, yeah, always here to be the underdogs. Let's find out what happens in season 4. All right, well, it's another fantastic season.
70 points.
70 points.
Yeah, I've got to be pleased with that, really.
So far away from the drop, you're actually chasing the playoffs.
Yeah.
I mean, 9 points away from just 7th place, 10 points away from the playoffs. You were never close.
No, I mean, I'm looking at that, really. I lost 20 games, which is a hell of a lot of games. There's a few teams below me, quite a lot of teams below me that didn't lose that many.
Yeah, you're all the way down to Birmingham.
Yeah, I either won or lost.
Yeah, 4 draws the whole season, the lowest in the league, with only Southampton getting 5 there, which is fairly close to
I'm looking at that. A few teams below me, you know, the Leeds, Fulhams, the big Nottingham Forest, Birmingham's, the big teams below me. Middlesbrough just scraping through, Charlton going down.
Yeah, with Derby and
I've got to
Bolton.
be pleased with that, really.
But look at this. It's happened again. The most goals being scored is by Plymouth Argyle. The most entertaining place to go. The goals per game, 2.13. So, really good stuff. But do they have the goal scorer themselves? That's the big question. which we got to go to player stats, of course. I'm looking at it, the wrong thing. Goals, no. Luke Norris did get 24, though, which is 4 behind Awoniyi.
Yeah.
We've got the likes of Igalo, Barini, Benicophobe, so some big hitters down here.
Ruben Reed was still there, look.
Yeah, Ruben Reed
In
still
length.
got 21 goals,
Yeah.
so he did play quite a lot. Britt Sombalonga, I remember how good Britt Sombalonga was back in those days. He was quick.
Yeah.
He was a very good striker. Look at how good he is. But Luke Norris, 24 goals, got to be happy with that. That's a great start.
Yeah. Really, really pleased with that sort of start in that league. I still feel it's too early for me to go up yet, so I could do with probably, I reckon, 1 or 2 more seasons with good transfer windows in there.
Yeah. Getting some good players
Yeah.
in. Luke Norris was your top scorer with 29. He also got 16 assists, so MVP of the season, by far.
Yeah.
You can easily say that because his average rating is one of the highest, and only under Jake Jervis, who didn't play hardly any games in comparison. But John McGinn played quite a lot of games. We're happy with how
8 goals
he's
as well
done
from
quite
him as well. Yeah, pleased with that.
Calvin Phillips also played 39. So those two
Didn't
did
get in the
play.
starting line, but eventually he got in there, didn't he?
Yeah, he broke his way into
Yeah.
it. Darren Petrie looks like he's turned into a good player.
really good
You
player,
signed
yeah.
him in like season 2, I think
I
it was.
think it was season 2, yeah.
Yeah, so he's developed quite nicely
Yeah.
into a very good right back or left back.
He's looking
sorry,
good,
for
isn't
you.
he?
Yeah, we mentioned his pace being a big factor. That can carry you through the leagues until you get to the top where you
Yeah.
really need the technicals. Yeah, he looks really good.
I think Frankie Kent as well. He this season, boy, I think he said done himself
The geezer.
well. Yeah, the geezer,
Frankie
yeah.
Kent at the back, yeah, doing very well.
Yeah,
there
a
from
little bit of a development on him as well. Yeah, so
the
another
Essex
good-
lad.
Yeah.
Okay, money this season, £2.8 million to spend in
was
the
hoping a bit
transfer
more than
window.
that.
Yeah,
Hoping a bit more than that. So
it's
a bit
$8 million in the
disappointing.
bank.
Yeah. So yeah, all right. I'm going to take it. I've sorted out a few things, but if I get a season like I did last season, good loan signing, good freebies as well. You never know what could happen, you?
Absolutely. Let's see what happens this summer. Okay, going into season number 5 then. Money has been spent. We got Samir Caruthers from Charlton, who of course got themselves relegated, so picking out some of their good players is a smart move because you probably get them fairly cheap, 350k.
Yeah,
not a bad midfielder.
Good signing, I think, for me, so yeah.
Juan Lucero, free agent, looks to be a really good striker.
Good striker, yeah. I mean, I had to get a striker, maybe I think 2 strikers in. I lost the striker that from last season I had on
The loan, yeah.
Yeah, I tried to re-sign him or actually completely sign him, and he wasn't interested. Didn't
No,
wanna
from
go,
Inter
so-
Milan.
Yeah. don't
I wonder
surprise.
why.
Yeah.
Iago is the final
Yes,
one
I'm
in this
really,
little section
really
here.
pleased with this signing,
Good
really.
defender.
Oh, he's left-sided player as well. This is a good signing for me, I feel it.
I don't think Argyle have ever had a Brazilian player.
Well, there we go. See?
I don't think that's ever been a thing.
No.
Obviously, we've had the greatest
And yet-
Brazilian
yeah,
player.
we've had the
play
greatest
at home
one there,
park.
Pele. Yeah, and scored with penalty there.
Exactly.
So, yeah. So he's graced the pitch. So this Brazilian's to come over to take over from him.
Yeah. Originally, I thought we were going to say Fred, the ex-Manchester United midfielder, but never
Yeah.
mind. We meant Pele. But then we got a few more players who have come in here. Three free transfers. I said that the other way round.
Yeah, you did, yeah.
And then a £1.1 million player from Charlton again.
Yeah.
Interesting. Right, okay, so Venuti, free agent coming in, left back. Can he get ahead of the other lad,
I
though?
don't
He's
think-
been doing quite well, the
I
other
don't think
boy.
he will, but it's a good one to have in reserve of him. Really, I just brought him into the squad. Help the squad out really more than anything.
Adam Reach.
Good left winger, I feel this guy
Yeah.
is. Yeah,
Can play both sides, in
Yeah,
fact.
yeah.
Left-footed,
If
strong
I really
player.
needed another left back, he could
He
drop
could
back
do
there.
it, yeah. And then Rezki Hamroun from Dijon, who is a striker.
Yeah.
Again, not a bad one either. Good bit of pace,
Yeah,
great
good
off the
striker
ball.
this could be for me. So
Can certainly
I've
finish.
got a couple of good strikers in the season, really. So
Yeah,
I'm
he's
really
got
pleased with this
3
transfer
goals
window.
in 6 appearances, but only
Yeah.
2 starts.
I felt that I've got what I really needed, and I've strengthened the squad up with some really good players that I feel could get into the first team as well.
Yeah, because Jamie Patterson, £1.1 million. If I
Charlton.
remember rightly, that's another attacking player.
Yeah.
Really good
Plays
right
right
winger.
across the attacking midfield area and can go up front if I really needed him. But I've got him to be the right winger. That's what I want. Get those balls in for me, really. So,
Yeah, he's been great in the lower leagues in real life for
Yeah.
a long time, Jamie Patterson. So I'm happy to see his name here. Get yourself out of the Championship. He's a name that could definitely help you do that. Tactically then, sticking with the 4-2-2, we've changed the out of possession.
Yeah.
to a 4-2-2, but with of course, this is definitely your favourite role for this. A splitting outlet attacking midfielder.
Yes.
I've shown you what this meant once, and you've used it in every tactic since.
I've got a tendency of using it. I either leave a striker up there completely all the way up, or bring them both back and stick them into this position, don't I?
Yeah.
So I think this will sort of help me if I feel that I really need to be in more of a defensive side. I want to be an attacking side. I've got two really good strikers up there. Patterson on the right hand side, Reach on the left hand side. So attacking wise, I can be really, really good, really quick going forward.
Yeah.
But I do need to defend that area as well. So that's what I've done that tactic for.
All right, okay. Well, let's have a look then at the start of the season, because it's been 5 wins from 6. Only loss in the league to Middlesbrough, and only loss in the cup, in the Capital One. Again, we're not worried about these cups.
No.
At all in the lower leagues. Who cares? It's the league, and we have started very well.
Yep.
We got a 3-0 against Bradford, 3-0 against Reading, 3-2 at home to Millwall with 10 men as well. Middlesbrough, a tough place to go.
Yeah.
And they got Samaras, Georgios Samaras. I mean, he was a monster in his day. He was class. The Greek international. Now, he's got himself a hat-trick in that game, so that's just unfortunate. But then get to go to Norwich and win 2-1. Great stuff. And beating Wigan 2-0 again.
Yes. Wigan don't like me playing against them, then, do they? Really?
No.
So, yeah, I think that's a really good start to the season. I'm looking at it thinking, is it sort of like
too early to go up?
Yeah, too early to go up. I don't know.
Season preview still puts you in 23rd.
I like to be in and around the playoffs and sort of like that sort of thing, and just sort of like just taste it.
Yeah.
So, you know.
We got Leicester come down, of course. They were technically Premier League champions a couple of years ago in this. Jordan Pickford is in the league as well. So, yeah, there's some big names that are down here, including Jamie Vardy. So I wonder who's going to win the top scorer.
I did try approaching Jordan Pickford to come to Argyle, but he wasn't interested.
No, that's a shame.
He's
He's northern, isn't he? He wouldn't want to come down this far.
He didn't want to come down this far, no.
No, absolutely not. Okay, right. Season number 5 then. We have been flirting with the playoffs. I mean, I say flirting, we were 10 points off, but in position-wise, flirting with the playoffs in our first season of the Championship. How do you fare in Season 2 after this fantastic start, where you currently sat top of the league? Well, it's another lovely day at Wembley.
I love a good trip at Wembley, especially when you come away with a win as well, it's ideal.
Another promotion. It's into the Premier League.
I'm a bit worried, really. I think this could be a bit too quick for me. A bit
just
too
2
quick.
seasons.
I wanted to flirt with the playoffs, but like just below it, sort of like you're almost there. But to get into it and win it as well.
I mean, what I will say is usually it's hard when you go up if you've used a lot of loan players, but the easiest way to get promoted is loan players. You haven't done that this year.
No.
They're all your players.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, I've got a lot.
So we got to do is build on that.
Yeah. So if they give me a good budget and I can work on it, it's going to be a couple of hard seasons, I do believe. So I reckon I'm chuffed to bits.
What a season though, 6th place.
6th place, yeah.
Your favourite spot?
Yeah.
75 points. Got there on goal difference ahead of Ipswich.
Gone up with 2 big teams as well. So yeah, I'm pleased with that.
Yeah, going up with Leeds and Sunderland. Always both of them. Whenever Argyle played them, were massive games.
Oh, 100%.
Because the fan base of all 3 clubs are always huge away support.
Yeah.
Whenever Argyle play at Leeds or Sunderland, they always get praised for how many fans they take, considering it's a long way away.
Yeah.
And when I had a season ticket, and from what I've seen from watching Argyle on telly when they play Leeds and Sunderland at home, massive away support. The most intimidating home game I have ever been at was Plymouth Argyle versus Leeds when I had a season ticket. It was scary. The Leeds fans were so loud.
I played for the Argyle youth team against Doncaster.
Yeah.
And the FA allowed us to go across the Leeds and watch a Premier League game. Well, we won a Premier League. It would have been a Division 1
First
game.
division.
First division game then. And but we had the problem with on our minibus, we had Plymouth written on it. And as we drove into the Leeds car park, they just bombarded our coach, our bus. They were punching it, kicking it, and we was absolutely cracking ourselves.
Time to go home.
Yeah, we had a police escort into the ground, and they put us right in the corner out of the way and just said, just be quiet, enjoy the game, and just don't let people know who you are when you're in here.
But into the Premier League, then you go. I mean, let's have a look at the Premier League. for the couple of seasons that we have, in and around it, to get the gist of what's been happening. Oh, I'm glad I did. Manchester United have been the winners the last couple of seasons, with Chelsea winning it the 2 seasons before that, Man City winning it the first year, which we did see. So, clubs going down, Bournemouth, Watford, Blackburn, so you'll be avoiding them. But if you're looking at the clubs in and around it, I mean, West Brom, Hull are sticking around there. QPR are still in there. Newcastle, this is before the money, remember?
Yeah, that's right, yeah.
They got Van Bronckhorst as their manager right now, which is kind of hilarious, isn't it? So, yeah, a bit of a different type of Newcastle you're going to come up against in there. But, yeah, some of the big hitters, of course, in the Premier League. The first time that Plymouth Argyle have ever been in it. You also got knocked out. We're actually seeing it now. So third round by Queen's Park Rangers in the FA Cup. Second round by Southampton in the Capital One Cup. We're not worried about that now. Next season's all about survival in the Premier League. So it won't be about cups again. But let's see. The goals. Juan Lucero, 29 goals there. Luke Norris, 24 and 14 again. Both of them done absolute solid work up front, scoring a lot of goals. Even the backup striker, Rezki's got 13. But John McGinn, 21 assists. Love that from John.
Yeah, very good. Yeah,
very good. 25 years of age now. Calvin Phillips still played 50 games. Hasn't exactly come up with the goals, but actually looks to be a better player.
He's doing the job for me in there, making sure we don't give away too much. Asking to sort of release the ball very quickly. But I'm sort of pleased with that performance as well.
Yeah.
Ruben Reid is the one that sort of suffered from me getting the other strikers in.
Yeah, and we've got this thing now because both Ruben Reid and Graham Carey, the 2 players we highlighted at the start of the season, at the start of this video, of being sort of like the main hitters, both ran out of contract.
Yeah. And
I can't imagine me really wanting to be staying on in the Premier League. But from League 2 to the Championship, can't knock what they've given us. Yeah,
thank you very much.
Absolutely. But there'll be new faces because there's £28 million to spend going into the Premier League, which is not a lot, I'll be honest, when you think how far that can get you.
Plymouth Argyle, it's a hell of a lot.
Yeah, please make use of the free transfer market is what we would be saying. All right, let's see what happens. All right, some more players have left the club. A couple of players have gone out on loan as well, but there's a lot of players who have joined, so let's get through them. We've got 500k for Ellis Plummer from Coventry, so left-sided centre-back again, more of a squad player more than anything. Then we have also got Danny Wilson. Now, I remember Danny Wilson being a bit of a big name on this Football Manager, one that this Football Manager is based off of, from Rangers, who, by the way, we haven't mentioned, offered you a job a couple of seasons ago.
Rangers did, yes.
As well as Celtic.
I think it was after season
4. So
4. Yeah, Rangers and Celtic both offered me the job.
Yeah,
so,
hilarious. Well, offered you an interview.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, I couldn't leave Plymouth for that, could I? No.
We've got a Braga player coming in for 300k in this man here, Thomas Podstowski. Again, model citizen, very good current ability. The Portuguese CDM.
This was such a good signing.
Great
really.
Price that is.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, to play in those 3 positions if I really need him, but defensive midfielder, no one playing that sort of tactic. So, good signing for that position.
Yeah, right, okay. Then we've got Lucas Cano from Argentina Juniors, £1.5 million.
I've got my scouts out so looking for these type of players.
Yeah,
so
might be the first Argentinian to ever play for Plymouth Argyle.
Yeah, I'd like to say Maradona's been there, but he hasn't.
Nor is Lionel Messi, so neither of them have ever played at home park. That we know of course. Right, they might have done. Just come down for a kick around one day. Sam Johnson, though. One recognisable name there, Sam Johnson, ex-Manchester United academy goalkeeper coming through. A very good goalkeeper too.
Yeah, good keeper for this league, I
So not bad, especially for the price that you paid, only £1.3 million from Portsmouth.
Yeah, I had to be a little bit clever with the prices that I was paying for these players. So
yeah. But he isn't the only ex-Manchester United goalkeeper coming in, because Dean Henderson has joined on a free transfer.
Yeah.
So they too can fight it out for being the number 1 by the looks of it. He's come in as the backup though, on a free transfer.
23-year-old, so that's really pleased. Hopefully he can progress like he does in real life.
Yeah, and then we got Renzo Saravia, £5 million for Renzo from Belgrano. Right back,
he's
good
a good
player
right back as well, isn't he?
Another Argentinian. So yeah,
I'm starting to build a good sort of, especially defensive side of team.
Yeah,
that's what I'm sort of building really good, really.
Marios, would you like to pronounce that last name?
What?
Close.
Marius. We'll go with Marius.
The Greek international. He's got 1 cap.
Yeah.
So he's now a Greek international. 3, in terms of a centre-back, can play across the back 3. 3-star player as well. Not a bad little player there. Picking him up from a free transfer. But Kieran Dewsbury-Hall.
Yes.
From Leicester.
Spent a lot of money on this guy.
£40 million.
A lot of money on this guy, but I think he can perform for me.
Who knew he could jump that well?
Yeah, but his heading is only 8.
Yeah. He can jump just for no reason.
Yeah.
But a good player nonetheless.
I've put my money where my mouth is with this guy. I've spent a lot of money on him. I was in and hammering whether to do it, and I just thought, right, just go for it. He could be the difference between staying in this league, really.
Yeah. I mean, looks quite good. Got 2 goals and an assist already in 5 games. That's a good sign. Timmy Elsnick, £1.2 million, the Slovenian right winger. Good natural fitness, determination. Doesn't necessarily have any standout attributes, but he's not bad overall.
I mean, it's another right winger that I bought that can play in all 3 positions, 4 positions, really.
Yeah.
So I'm beginning to build a big squad as well.
Yeah. Then we've got the final player here, Alex Mowat from Aston Villa, 400k, another centre midfielder, and again, very well-rounded player nonetheless. So looks decent.
I've really strengthened my midfield up.
Okay, well, how are they all going to fit into the team? Well, it's a 4-3-3, dropping into a 4-3-3.
I've got to be defensive. I've got to survive.
Yeah.
I've really got to survive this season. So with Dewsbury all being in there, I've got my attacking midfielder that can go for it if I really need to. But I've got to get these defenders and defending for their lives, really. So that's what I'm going to do this season.
Trusting Lucero up front with Reach and Patterson.
Yeah.
Wow, the attacking forces again.
Yes.
Not been changed as we go up the leagues. I'm curious about the instructions on this then, so let's have a look, because people might have a little judge. I'm glad you've kept it fairly simple.
Yeah,
sometimes you put in a bit too much. This is a bit odd. Mid-block and standard defensive line.
Yeah.
Ooh, not even a trigger press, a standard trigger press.
I didn't want to fiddle around with it too much. So I'm just sort of like make sure they defend everything and let them make more decisions for themselves.
I've never seen those 4 being left standard. Never, but let's see how it plays out. First few games of the season then, the fixture schedule. How has it been going? The first game was a 1-1 draw against Sunderland. Lovely stuff.
Yeah.
But then how did this happen? 91st minute, Samir Caruthers.
Yeah, but are we thinking of Man City nowadays?
They're still Man City.
It's not far off. Yeah, it's still Man City. I mean, that's a hell of a result.
Yeah, they got Diego Simeone there as well.
Kevin De Bruyne's playing for him.
Aguero, Lukaku, and De Bruyne.
Yeah.
Is their front 3.
There we go, see? Aguero who?
Yeah. Andre Gomez, who was one of the best midfielders on this game as well. Kevin De Bruyne, Sterling, who was very good. Johnny Stones, of course, who they've bought from Everton because he starts off at Everton on this.
Yeah.
So that's weird that that's been realistic as well. Yeah, look at the state of their team compared to yours, and you've beat them 3-2. Very good. Even Vincent Kompany's still around at age 34.
Oh, look how good he is.
Yeah, still at age 34. But yeah, you've done them. You've
Yes.
done Simeone's boys 3-2. Then there's a loss at Stamford Bridge, down to 10 men, and then they got the winner.
Yeah.
Unlucky. They've got Benzema and Eden Hazard.
Go on, Eden Hazard. I looked at this player.
He is one of the best in the world.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Oh my dear, he's so good, isn't he? Yeah, but
I mean, this was based off the Football Manager after Chelsea won the league, and he was like the best player in the world at that point.
Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah.
It's only for the fact that it was Messi and Ronaldo era that he didn't win the Ballon d'Or.
Yeah.
Probably.
Such a shame, really.
But there we go.
Yeah.
His career didn't
I'm going to take that result still, you know, 2-1 after I've had a player sent off.
Yeah, Aston Villa, 0-0 draw at Villa Park.
Good result.
Can't beat that. Beat Brentford, and then
go to Old Trafford and get a draw.
The current champions.
Yeah. So the 2 Manchester sides.
Yeah.
How many points have I got?
Still under Louis van Gaal, by the way.
4 points out of 6.
Tony Cruz has joined, which, if you remember rightly, Louis van Gaal tried to sign Tony Cruz.
Yeah.
So that was a realistic signing that they've got there. But yeah, Manchester United getting a draw. You've done very well against 2 Manchester clubs there. Fighting start, must be said. Arsenal are currently top with Spurs second. Let's have a look at the season preview.
Oh, better be bottom, I.
Yeah, just. I mean, it's a shame that this Foot Manager doesn't have the odds. It'd be quite funny to see what the odds really would be. But look at the state of the media Dream 11. I mean, there's some big old players in there, and Eric Dyer.
Being a Spurs fan, I'm going to agree with you.
Yeah, crazy stuff.
I mean, it's the 3 teams that came up, so. That's always happens, isn't it? It's always the favourites to go back down again.
Yeah, unfortunately so. All right, season number 6 then. First one in the Premier League. It's all about survival. Let's see what happens. Well, I tell you what, you take that in the first season.
My favourite number.
Lucky number
I'll
13
take it any
for
time.
you.
Yeah. Southampton and Leeds were below me as well, so we all stayed up.
All three, stayed up. Stoke, QPR, and West Brom going down. All teams that when you come up, you look at it and go, need to be beating those
Gotta
types
be
of
beaten,
teams.
yeah.
And looks like you've done it. 12 wins there. Obviously, we knew a couple of them at the start of the season. Beat Tottenham, Everton, who were quite up there. I mean, they're lower this time, but then the teams around you, QPR, Leeds, not losing points to them. Very good. Swansea as well. So really solid start.
That draw at Old Trafford looks a really good draw now.
Doesn't it? Went on and won the league again.
Yeah.
I mean, you lost 20 games, drew 6 as well. So can't be too disheartened about that at all. 42 points. They say the magic number's 40. Once you get to that, you should survive, and you've definitely done that anyway. All right, buzzing.
Yes.
However, it gets better. You got yourself a cup.
Hey, when I go to Wembley, I
win. Yeah. Dewsbury Hall and Adam Reach with the goals beat a
Dewsbury
Crystal
Hall,
Palace
LSC.
side.
What a signing that was. Put me
Very
money where
good.
my mouth is, and he comes up with scoring goals at Wembley.
Yeah, got a man of the match performance. Actually, no, Adam Reach got the man of the match there
Yeah.
with a 7.53, but Dewsbury Hall was right behind him. What a solid season that is.
Oh, really, really pleased with that. I didn't expect that at all, really.
No,
So,
not at all.
Build on that.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, let's have a look then. So we've got 11 goals from Lucero. Dewsbury Hall with 11. That's the maximum.
Yeah.
Strikers may be needed for season 7.
When you look at that, you're thinking, oh, but you really struggled that season. No, I didn't.
No, yeah, crazy. Dewsbury
looking
Hall,
good
though,
now,
yeah,
isn't he?
looks really, really solid. He's definitely your best player. If you're going off the ability anyway, he is your best player. So, what are they giving you then? First season in the Premier League, surviving and winning a cup. Sure, they're giving you millions. 50 of them.
Oh, look out now.
Wow.
This is where it gets interesting.
Yeah, okay. Let's rock and roll then into season 7 and see what happens. Right, that's season 7 after a cup win and a survival in the Premier League. We've got a lot of transfers coming in with that £50 million.
Yeah.
The £50 million has been stretched. We've got Havlik here from Slovakia, so a bit of a cheap deal there for 61k, probably running out of contract and you just pounce on it to get him early. £4.3 million for Joel Pohjanpalo. So quite fast.
Good striker.
Good off the ball. Good striker. 26 from Finland as well.
Yeah.
Mason Holgate.
Yeah, from Portsmouth. So, I think it was a good signing from them, really.
Yeah, good
Bring him
solid
along,
signing.
yeah.
£2.7 million. Jeremy Boga from the Dirty Rats of Rennes.
I did have a laugh when this guy came up for available for another striker. So, got rid of this guy. Could be good
Looks
for me.
more of a winger, I would say, the striker. He plays
he's very
left
quick,
wing
isn't
or
he?
centre attacking midfielder.
Yeah, gets the ball across,
Paul Dummett, hilariously signing for you there. Paul Dummett, Newcastle, former Newcastle player. Signed from Hearts on here for £2 million.
Good left-sided player, yeah.
Then we've got an interesting one in Diego Romero from Peru. So, maybe the first Peruvian player
I think
to
he
ever
probably
play
is,
for Argyle. He has been your first choice goalkeeper by the looks of it. He's played the first 5 games.
He's a good keeper, isn't he? 20 years of age. Oh, I thought when I seen this guy come up available, I thought I'll get him quickly.
Yeah.
Get him into the team and see what I can do with him. So
He looks solid. 475k, so £500,000, and he looks like a quality goalkeeper. But it doesn't stop there. For less than £1 million as well, Jay Henderson from St Mirren, 19-year-old right winger. Oh, he looks good.
Quick as well, isn't he? Yeah.
He looks very good.
Yeah.
That Scottish link
Yeah,
again.
it is, yeah.
Then we have got Davide Vittorini from Catania, £2.6 million, another right back. Great physical attributes, solid player all around, I think. Good player to bring in.
I mean, it's making the squad slightly bigger, but I think I'm improving the squad.
Yeah.
Might even be improving the first team quite well.
I've got to say, we're 7 seasons in. There's only been a couple of stinkers, I think, so far.
Yeah.
And you're normally prone to a 50-50 ratio. Normally we're going, come on.
I mean, I haven't spent a lot of money, like big money, on a waste of a player, neither at the moment, have I?
You say that just as we go to your £17.75 million signing
I'm a bit worried with
of
this now.
Milik.
Okay, wait.
But he is a
striker.
quality player.
Yeah.
Yeah,
20,
very
27,
good.
yeah. He's really good centre forward, isn't he?
The Polish striker, of course, very good player. Would probably have played way more for Poland if it wasn't for the fact that Lewandowski plays.
Took that position, yeah.
Yeah, so Milik is a quality sign-in, of course, and he started very well for you. I mean, he's come in, £17.75 million. He's got 5 and 6 so far,
Very good.
which was one more already than he got last season for relegated West Brom. So you've done quite well signing these relegated players. How are you going to fit him into the team? Gone back to the two up front.
I've got to change it again, and I'll get when I get strikers in like that. Well, I've just got to go for it again.
Yeah,
Fingers
now Romero's
crossed.
been locked in, so that's good to see that the number one goalkeeper, but he does go in there anyway.
Yeah.
Dewsbury Hall and Moa is in that midfield. Milik is up there with Po Jan Paolo. Boga and Henderson on the wing, so we finally see a different attacking force there. Of course, with Wilson and Holgate up the back. Couple of new. This is almost a brand new 11.
It very close to it.
It's just the two midfielders,
very
really,
close
isn't it?
to it. So I'm pleased with that because I didn't spend big amount of money on for one player, but I've improved the starting 11.
Yeah.
So I'm really pleased with that. So change the formation, tinker with it a little bit, and just hope that it works for me.
All right, well, the fixture schedule, let's have a look. Beating the champions Manchester United away from home at Old Trafford again.
Who's scared of going to Old Trafford? I mean, come on, tell me.
Dele Alli plays for them with a Jose Perez. Crazy. Leeds, first game of the season, 1-0. Milic gets his goal, gets the winner on his debut. Lovely stuff.
Great
Sunderland,
start.
we mentioned them as well.
Yeah.
He got 2 against them. Norwich, 2-1 against Norwich, 2-1 against Everton. It's been a great start, only losing at the Emirates to Arsenal. We've had Januzaj playing for them. That's crazy. Is it still Wenger in charge? It is indeed. So he stuck around for a while. Then we've got a win against Reading and a win against Manchester United. But yeah, can't grumble with how great of a start that is.
Great start again. So yeah, I'm really pleased with that.
Technically, you're joint top.
Yeah.
So
hey, the crowd are giving it well, isn't they?
yeah,
Top of the league.
and you're having a laugh. 18th in terms of the season preview.
I mean, they're not looking at the players that you're buying, are they? So it's not going to put me down.
No, it's the reputation of the club.
Ninth place, I would have been quite happy if they'd recommended me ninth. So, and I've overperformed. I think at the start of this season, I think. But hey, I'm not going to knock out.
No, just survive again this season and keep building a better team each year. Let's see what happens. Well, what a season that is! 7th place finish. That second
really
season syndrome doesn't exist.
It doesn't, but I did buy well at the beginning of the season. I bought a lot of players that came into and went straight into the first team, so I was going to be a better team. But I still didn't think I'd be that good.
Finished on the same points as Liverpool, by the way. That's quite good. 62 points there.
I beat Liverpool to the Europa League.
Yeah, by the looks of it.
Yes.
Now, the Europa Conference League has come into an effect here. We're 7 seasons in, which I think might be the first season that it was in there, because we go 10 years back. See, that competition's been around for about 3 years. We're 7 seasons in. Next season might be its first iteration of the competition. Going down, though, Everton, who, if I remember rightly, just 2 seasons ago, were in 6th.
Yeah.
So, yeah, they've dropped off quite a bit.
For them. I've just noticed as well, my last game of the season, I drew 2 each with Liverpool. So,
to get that position.
Yeah. So
wow.
Good result, really.
Lovely stuff. Okay, well, other competitions. Did you win a cup this year? No, it was dominated by Manchester United, who unfortunately lost the title there, so they couldn't quite get the treble over the line, but still very good from you at Plymouth Argyle. Let's have a look then at the team. So, 20 goals, which is better than what it was last season, obviously, with the 2 11s.
Yeah, with the striker that I spent all the money on. So, it's paid off again.
Very solid from him. Joel also got 14. Dewsbury Hall got 13 and 4, so he's done very well. I want to see the goalkeeper, though. The development of the goalkeeper after locking him in. Yeah. Nice bit of growth there. Can definitely see that he's benefited from being locked into that position. Got 10 clean sheets this season.
He didn't let me down either. Usually it's a bit of a problem when you put a young keeper in, isn't it, in such a big stage. But he didn't let me down.
I think the standout for me, though, is 18 assists and 4 goals from 20-year-old Jay Henderson.
Yeah.
That's a solid outcome from a 20-year-old in the second season in the Premier League. So what a signing that was, definitely. I think that was really good. What signings will you get this season, though? Because you've got £80 million to spend. Now, not a lot of wages, so a lot of that might have to go in there. So you're probably looking at about 65 with wages.
But that's still a lot of money.
Still,
you know, I bought really good players last season, so I've just got to tinker with them. I could afford to spend bigger this time.
Yes.
And not so many.
Yeah.
Because I've been bringing in 6 or 7,
A
maybe
bunch.
even more.
Yeah.
So
you can start bringing in those first team players. We'll go right in and just improve the whole average of your squad. All right, well, let's see what happens in season number 8. Now that we're 8 seasons in, we're starting to see the new gens come flying through. Declan Rice from West Ham, signed directly from West Ham.
Yes.
23 years of age.
Players, one of their sort of best up-and-coming players as well.
Yeah. Now, the attributes aren't exactly accurate because it only says he's got 3 for corners. And we all know he's very good at corners. And he's probably better than a 2 at free kick taking after ask Real Madrid anyway. And penalties, he's quite good at them too. So we are looking at a different future for Declan Rice, but still a good midfielder.
Yes.
Nonetheless.
I'm pleased with that signing.
Yeah, very good. I mean, it costs a bit of money.
Yeah, it's worth taking a chance though.
You know, how much was he in the end? £20 million. So still a little bit of money, but there we go. Mario Pasalic, £2.7 million. That's quite cheap for Mario Pasalic, but very well-rounded player in that midfield. Lucas Lacomi from Legia, £2.8 million. That's a solid signing.
Yeah.
Another midfielder. How are you going to get them all into the team, Dad? There's 3 centre mids.
I've just figured out myself, really. I've brought some really good midfielders in, and I don't know which ones are going to get in the first team anyway.
Yeah.
Knowing that I've got a couple in there already.
Well, yeah, exactly. Kylian Sildilia, so £15 million for a good centre-back there.
Yeah.
Can't exactly jump, which is weird. I mean, it's one of these things when the new gens come through, the regens, new gens on Football Manager.
Apart from that, really, for a 20-year-old, he doesn't have look good, though, doesn't he?
Yeah, he does. And then we've got Daniel Amati, £39 million for a solid centre-back who can also play DM or centre midfield. Yeah. So the variety there was a lot of money for $40 million, though.
It's a lot of money for one player, but when he can play in 3 good positions and be that good in those positions as well, I think it's worth the money.
All right, then we've got 2 more players. Biyomo comes in for $16 million.
It's another good centre-back.
Good centre-back.
Another 20-year-old, so I've bought in 2.
The jumping reach.
Yeah.
They're killing us with these. I really do think like they need to sort out when they have like players come through as new gens and regens, like they always seem to have terrible centre-back jumping reach.
Yeah, do they? Yeah.
I don't understand what it is.
I think they what they do is they try to get it so that's an average sort of player in there at the moment. When it becomes an elite, you'll find that his jumping reach will probably be about 13.
Well, yeah,
So,
but even still, in real life,
he should still be more than 7. But
exactly,
being such a good centre back.
Yeah,
I mean, you're looking at him; he's a good,
very good centre back.
Yeah.
But this, I mean, for a free transfer, this excites me because in 8 appearances, 4 goals, 7 assists, and a player of the match. I'm expecting something big.
What sort of start have I had if he's done all that on his own?
Exactly, yeah. Free transfer, Ivan Petric for a right midfielder. He can also play on the left. He's already valued quite high, a Ukrainian international. He's got 1 counts.
Yeah.
Very good player from Zoria. So he's come in and he's had a flying start.
Yeah, very good, yeah.
Set up in a 4-3-3, so exactly the same tactic. Sildilia and Biyomo locked in at the back.
I just looked at it and I thought it's worth taking a chance. They're that good of centre-backs. It's worth taking the chance and locking them in. So that's what I've done, really. Jules Rior still keeps his position. So the other players that I've got in, they're all going to fight it out for 2 positions.
All right, well, how have you started at the start of the season? Because we've had some Europa League games against Zoria, hilariously, in the first leg there. So you've got to play them again in the second leg, which would be in the, the 3rd round. So does this not have a... I think this just goes straight through. I don't think it's like a league table. I'm not quite sure now. I can't remember what it was like back then, but there we go. But whatever it was at the start, you can't change the format of it, so it would just carry on being like that. But anyway, you've had a great start against them, 3-1 away from home.
I mean, this season I haven't played, I would say, any of the big sort of 6 or 7 in the Premier League.
No, you beat all the teams that you would expect to be down the bottom.
Yeah, that's the teams I'd want to beat, and I have beaten them, so that's why I'm looking so good at the moment.
Scoring a lot of goals as well.
Yes.
Okay, let's have a look at the Premier League then. So even that, you're not even top because Man City's had 18 points from 6 games. So they've done even better. But the predicted table has you finally out of the relegation zone, which is nice considering you're playing Europa League football this year. You've got to expect that, wouldn't you? But still all the way down in 16th place.
I'm disappointed there's no Argyle players in that.
Not yet. Not yet.
No, not yet.
All right, season number 8 then. Let's see what happens. Well, it's a better finish than last season. 5th place.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Can you hear that?
What is it?
Someone's knocking at the door. Plymouth.
All
Come
right.
on.
Okay. I wonder where that was going. Arsenal have won the league. City United in behind them there, but 73 points. So still some way off the top. But
It is, but
2 points behind top 4.
Come on, let's have a look at this. What a result that is, I feel.
Very good.
Yes.
Very good indeed. Let's have a look at player statistics. Do we have any players who are getting the attacking statistics? So Milik has got 19 goals this season. Still some way off of Lukaku with 28. Icardi at United with 25. Guido Carrillo with 20.
What I'm pleased about that is another player that I spent a lot of money on hasn't let me down for a season.
Who's that?
Milik.
I mean, you got him set. This is the second season you've had him, but
that's 2 seasons,
two
he hasn't let
seasons
me
in a
down.
row. He's got 19 Premier League goals in each. Still very good. Very, very good indeed. Assist-wise, do you have any players in the assist column? Petriak, who I was hoping to see there, so there we go. He has got 12. Very good. Only 2 behind Kevin De Bruyne.
It's not bad, is it?
It's not bad at all getting behind Kevin De Bruyne anyway, is it? Solid start. How did we do in that Europa League? Did you get any further? Oh, it's a winner! On penalties, a European trophy.
Get in.
For Plymouth Argyle. Look at that.
Hey?
Against Alexander Lacazette's Lyon. Lovely stuff.
What a result that is. What a
Penalty
result that
shootout
is.
after a 1-1 draw.
I'll take that.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Not
What
bad
a big
at all.
surprise that was.
Let's have a look at how it all played out then. So we've seen it does go into the group stage eventually. So the third round was just the qualifying round. You had a group stage with Standard, NAC Breda, and Rijeka. So you got through that quite comfortably. Only 1 draw and 5 wins. Then beating Napoli 6-5. Yeah,
What a result that is.
Not the Napoli we know right now, but
No,
still a good Napoli.
still
Still
Napoli
got
though,
the
isn't
likes
it?
of Jorginho and
I mean, he's a good player, isn't he?
Gabbiadini in there, who's absolutely solid in this. Then we went into the quarterfinal, semi-finals. Real Sociedad knocking out Real Sociedad into the finals against Lyon. It was a solid campaign. Sevilla beating Sevilla in the quarterfinal. He skipped the quarterfinal 6-2 against a team that always win the Europa League.
Always win that, yeah. So I think winning them was probably the biggest result besides Napoli, I think.
Yeah.
Yep, so I'm pleased with that.
Solid season overall. Well done. FA Cup was Tottenham. Capital One Cup was Arsenal. Let's have a look at the squad and see the statistics for this year and a bit of development too. 33 goals from Milik, 25 from Dewsbury Hall. Pasalak got 22 and 13. 18 from Joel. Ivan with 12 and 22. The numbers are much higher this time round. Even Paul Dummett's got 13 assists. Love to see that. Boyomo, you locked him in. Did it pay off? I definitely think so. Jumping reach of 8. Whoa, slow down. Slow down. The growth is too much.
What was the other centre-back that I
Then the other centre-back, Sildilia, of course, who can jump now to 10.
Yeah. They're lethal in the air now.
God, nobody's beating them in the air.
No.
But
So,
again,
I think
the
it was
developments
good
there.
decision to lock them 2 in.
Yeah.
Hey, and it's what we did the Europa League.
Yeah, it's just a shame Declan Rice didn't play that much.
No, I just couldn't get him in that team, really.
Only played 14 games all season. Goalkeeper-wise, though, has played a fair amount of games more. I was expecting to see a bit more development from him, I must admit. Which is a shame.
They usually do, don't they? They sort of like after season 2 or 3, they usually really improve a hell of a lot, don't they?
I think he's got low professionalism because his determination, fairly determined personality doesn't necessarily suggest high professionalism. But again, he only cost you $500,000. I mean, $500,000 for that goalkeeper is still very good. All right, money for next season. £94 million. Wow, with a very big wage budget
When you
to
get into
go
Europe, that's what
into the
happens.
Champions League. Lovely stuff. All right, Dad, starting things off, Daniel Marlin is a big signing. Now, I noticed him, he was in the Championship at one point, £32 million. When you played in the Championship, he was in there for Rotherham, and I thought, what the hell's Daniel Marlin doing at Rotherham? But there we go. He is now signed for Plymouth Argyle for £32 million.
I've gone big now.
And he looks very good. And he's quick, good composure, great off the ball.
Really. I think I've got to go.
Can also fill in at right back.
Yeah, that's funny, isn't it? I've got to go up that next level, really, am I?
Yeah.
So I feel this is one of the players that can help me do that.
The pace with the composure, anticipation, and off the ball, and he likes to be offside trap.
And he's good with both feet.
Yeah, you're looking at a very good player there. Then we have got Ilian Hernandez, £7.5 million from Mexico.
Another striker.
Again, a solid player. He looks class. He looks very good. So I like the look of both of them. Model professional personality.
Both footed again.
One of the best ones that you can get.
Yes.
He has got 6 goals in the 4 games in the Premier League and 2 in Europa. That is some start to his Plymouth Argyle career.
Yeah.
Ilian Hernandez. Remember the name. But there's more. We've got Matthias Roskopf from Boca Juniors, £15 million. Again, what a good striker. Can only come off the bench, he's that good.
Yeah.
But there's more. We have got João Pedro. Right back, João Pedro. 4-star player into your team, 26 years of age, solid physical attributes.
I've improved the strike force, now I'm going to start improving the defence.
Yeah, he's been capped for Brazil as well, 4 times. Mateus Pereira, £15 million, another Brazilian. A lot of South American players coming through the door.
That attacking midfielders as well.
Yeah, so good options there for you. Then look who we've got here.
Yes.
Bit of Phil Foden.
There's the winger for the other side who's going to be supplying all the ammunition, isn't it?
Yeah. Solid player, plays on the left-hand side here. Can also fill in at left back or right back, should we really need it. But Phil Foden, been capped for England. Not quite as good as what he is in real life at this age, but still solid. Man City hasn't exactly given him the game time.
No.
But you will. £30 million. Let's see what he can do. But there's still more. Julian Ferreira, £20 million from River. So that South American link is really going far. We've got a good centre-back here.
Yes.
Who can jump.
I've got 2 really good centre-backs, but I've got another one in there now.
Yeah.
So, I'm just strengthening that up again now. And like you say, this guy can jump as well.
Yeah, and then we've got Edison in goal, which is the Edison.
Yes.
The Manchester City Edison, the goalkeeper, before he moved to Benfica.
I was a bit like that, whether to buy this guy, because of obviously the other keeper that I've got, the young lad. But like I just said to you just now, I'm going up one more level.
Yeah, I don't think the other one is growing as much.
No.
Whereas a resolute personality does have good professionalism. It's probably worth doing it. We got a fair few amount of players leaving. Luke Norris being a sad one. I think we've got to mention that one because he did so well a couple of seasons. But hey, the times have passed him, unfortunately, from when he was getting 24 goals, 22 goals. Great servant of the club.
500k. God, good servant, really got me up the league to where I needed to be. So bought him at the right time.
Lovely stuff. So he's gone off to play for St Johnson at the end of his career. I say the end of his career. He's only 30. Never mind. You've got to mention those things though when players like that do leave the club. Dean Henderson's also gone out on loan to Ipswich as well. Tactically then, go in with the 4-2-2 again.
Yes.
Won you the Europa League.
Not letting me down, so go
just
for it
with
again.
a lot of improvements into the first team.
Dewsbury all keeps his place as well, which I was a bit surprised with. But I can't keep him out of the team.
All right, well, start of the season. Let's have a look at it. We have got Europa League football because it hasn't gone where if you win the Europa League, you go into the Champions League, unfortunately. But nonetheless...
Might have done me a favour, to be honest with you.
Well, yeah, you never know.
Yeah.
Chelsea 2-0 to start things off. Then it's a loss to Arsenal, who, of course, won the league.
Yeah.
And they scored in the 100th minute.
Yeah, come on.
So... unfortunately there, a bit of Wenger time. 7-1 against Swansea, 4-2 against Rijeka and 8-0 against Rijeka, and a 3-1 against West Brom in between that. So,
Strikers are doing the business and scoring the goals.
Yeah, very good start.
Really pleased with that.
Okay, Premier League, let's have a look. Oh, clicked again. The predicted preview. We still don't have any Plymouth Argyle players in there, annoyingly. But
I am now, look.
8th place.
Yeah, Champions of Europe.
Solid start. Okay, very good. Let's see what happens then. Season number 9. Oh, runners up in the Premier League by 2 points.
Oh dear. How close can I get?
That's very unfortunate. 84 points.
2 points.
Yeah, quite unlucky. Very tight at the top, really. The top 5, 80 points.
Yeah.
It's quite close up there. Because a couple of these teams chucked it away.
Yeah, they did.
Both Manchester clubs chucked it away. You beat one of them, look. Man City, you beat them 3-1 at home park. Man United beat them too. So you stopped both of them. Not from getting close anyway, but yeah.
Being higher than me in the league.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Very
really
good.
pleased with that. So really knocking on the door now tonight. So
most goals again.
What a season
for the team with 94. Let's have a look at the goals. So we've got most goals. Ilian Hernandez got 19, so that's great. Dewsbury Hall and Pasalic also up there. Donny O'Malley, Phil Foden, both up there with 9. I thought one of them would be higher than that. Surprise.
But then if the other guys are scoring the goals, you know, you've got to be happy with that, really, haven't you?
Yeah. All right. Well, let's have a look. Other competitions. How do we get on? Plymouth are back-to-back Europa League winners. This time defeating Monaco in the final.
I got a lot of luck when I get the finals, didn't I?
Had Ryan Giggs as their manager. Weird, but okay, what kind of universe that we're in there. Let's have a look at this league, or this Europa League campaign then. So, top the group with Montpellier, Sparta Prague and Lazio, who finished bottom, surprisingly.
Surprise there, yeah.
Round of 16, knocking out Sevilla again.
Done them 2 years in a row.
Yeah, they are not liking you. You're ruining their record.
They'll probably go
league.
Plymouth. Where's Plymouth to?
Yeah. To be fair, Sevilla is the Plymouth of Spain.
Yeah, really, yeah.
Southwest, nice and hot.
Yeah.
Everybody says it's the nicest place in England/Spain.
Devon and Cornwall.
There you go.
Yeah,
Very
definitely.
similar. Bordeaux defeating them 6-2. Lovely stuff. Semi-final. Real Sociedad again. And then defeating Monaco 2-0. Lovely stuff. Cup competitions. Manchester City won the Capital One Cup. FA Cup still unable to win this one.
Yeah.
This has been avoiding you at the minute.
It has, yeah, and it's my favourite one. So I get annoyed when I get knocked out of that one.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Never mind. We'll try again next year. 25 goals from Ilian Hernandez. Let's have a look to see how good he is now. Lovely stuff. Dewsbury Hall got 23, so not bad at all from centre mid. Phil Foden, 20 and 16. Wow. The growth on that.
That looked good, didn't it?
One season is unbelievable.
Definitely, yeah.
The flair on him already. So he is nearly, I'd say, an elite
just at the right time,
winger.
I think.
Yeah, that resilient personality. Donny O'Malley's done quite well, as has Pasalic as well. Mateus Pereira, 25 assists with 15 goals. Still really solid from him too. Recruitment then. You've got £134 million. They are pumping money into your pockets. 189 in the finances. This is crazy stuff. I need to see whether this has got something to do with some kind of the tycoon, whether there's a big tycoon takeover.
Don't think it is. No.
Let's have a look. I need to find where. I need to remember where it is again. They move everything now. I can't.
I know we've just moved into a new stadium. Got a new stadium now, so that would have helped with the finances. But
club history. There we go. So let's have a look. Club history, landmarks. So financially or facilities wise, then moved back to home park after temporary relocation. Stadium increased. You were playing games at St Mary's in Southampton. Wow. So the stadium's been increased to just short of 40,000. Financially, no. So it's just a takeover within.
Yeah.
As James Brent leaves for Tony Rathel. So I'm surprised by that. But there we go. I thought you'd have had a tycoon takeover, the money that they're giving you. But it's just a very well-run club.
Yes.
Which
with
has
a great manager.
Which has never been said about Plymouth Argyle.
No.
But there we go. All right then. Well, let's have a look to see what happens in season number 10. All right, for the first time, we're selling players for big money. Daniel Amati going for £23 million to Sevilla. I mean, yeah, got to give him something after knocking them out of the competition 2 seasons in a row. Declan Rice going for £8 million.
He just didn't do it for me, really. Just couldn't get in the team. So,
Never really
unfortunately, I let him go.
And Davide Venturini has also left for another £8 million. So bringing in a nice little budget on top of what you already had.
Yeah.
Massive amounts of money. Kovalenko from Shakhtar, £32 million. Solid midfielder there. Very good all-rounder. The only thing that's not a 10 is his long throws.
I can handle
so, yeah, I think we've got somebody else on the pitch who's more likely to throw it in
Yeah.
than Kovalenko. Barbona from River, £7.5 million, another good winger there. Probably sit behind Phil Foden.
Yeah, I'm going to say, to be honest, I brought this player in because he wasn't that dear, really.
Can't get a work permit.
I know, I had to loan him out. I was getting for to be the Phil Foden replacement if I got injured, but he'd also play in that midfield role, left-sided player. But I couldn't get work permit for him.
No. All right, well, never mind. Then we got Nicola Muru, £28 million for a left back. He looks really good as well. Good squad player there. Can play on the right if need be. But Alexander Isak.
This is it. This is the big signing for me.
£53 million. Jumping reach of 20. 6'5".
What was I saying? You get to the elite trigger and then it comes.
But bravery of 8, so you can't.
I'm going to tell you something. I tried signing quite a few really big names, as we know now in football, is really big names, because this is a guy who's a really big name. but I tried to sign a few others and they wouldn't come to me.
Right. Okay.
So, but I got a little bit story at the end of that, but for that.
Okay. Well, we'll leave it very vague about that, and then we'll move on. Para from £20 million from Lyon, another left back. Good one too.
Yes.
So he looks solid.
I'm just building a really phenomenal squad. Really.
Yeah.
I'm going to take this league apart. I'm going to say
£107 million spent on 2 players, and technically both of them are Arsenal players. Because Hincapie plays for them currently, and Trent moved to Arsenal. So we'll start with Hincapie.
When I put in the position of the right back, Trent came up. I thought, that's all right. I don't mind buying him. Then he's playing for. I thought, no, I'll go find another player. And I couldn't find one better.
And Piero Hincapie, of course, plays for Arsenal in real life currently, but a very good centre back.
Yeah.
Absolutely solid centre back.
I've got like 4, maybe 5 really good centre backs.
Yeah. Again, can't jump.
I know.
It's so weird, isn't it? How they've programmed this game to do that. Trent Alexander-Arnold, though, £42 million. Right back. Does look very good indeed. 25 years of age now. Not exactly as solid as what he is.
I'm going to say I looked at it and I thought, will he get in my team now? And it was like
he was neglected quite a lot.
He was, wasn't he? Yeah. So I thought, well, I'm going to get him anyway. He was the best one around at the time, and I wanted to just reinforce my right back situation, really.
Yeah. Okay. Well, let's see how they all fit into the team. We are sticking with this 4-2-2 formation.
It's doing me well, isn't it?
It is doing you well. We got Isak and Daniel Malin up front. Kovalenko comes into that attacking midfield spot. Foden keeps his position on the left. Trent doesn't go in front of João Pedro.
He didn't start the season in that position. No,
but the bench is looking solid because Hernandez has even gone down to the bench because of obviously
Drewsbury has as well.
Yeah, because of Isak coming into the team. So a lot of big names in there. Good squad ahead of you now for the Champions League, because you will be playing in it this season, as you can see. But how have we started off? We've beaten Bayern Munich in the UEFA Super Cup. We've got Southampton 4-0 against them. Great start to the season for Isak as well. Got 2 goals. Norwich 8-1. Oh, sorry about that. West Ham 3-2 away from home too. We got Dewsbury Hall scoring the winner. So he's still knocking around, still doing important things.
I mean, Bayern's the biggest side that I've played so far, and beat them 2-0, didn't concede a goal. So I'm really pleased with that. The rest of the teams, no disrespect to those teams, where I finished last season, I should be beating them,
Champions League phase, Olympiacos, Porto, we got Basel and Ajax. Then we have got Chelsea, Feyenoord, City, Valencia.
It just sort of like nice little make it easy for me to get into the next round, I feel.
Yeah, Chelsea and Man City being the 2 hard ones in there.
I can handle that, but the rest of them I think I could win.
All right then, season number 10. Will this be the year Dad picks up the Premier League or even the Champions League? Let's find out. Well, there it is. Season number 10 is the year. If you got it right down in the comments. Plymouth Argyle are champions of the Premier League. By 8 points as well, yeah. Most goals scored as well. Least amount of losses. Only drawing 5 games. 28 wins in total. Champions of England. Love that. Very good. Never even played in the Premier League or the Division 1. Here we are.
Yep.
Lifting the title.
Done it.
10 seasons. Let me know, by the way, if you got to 10 seasons. Season 10 crew. Let us know down in the comments.
You'd have had to, really, wouldn't you?
Oh, surely. Surely. Let's have a look then at the attacking threats. Isak got 22 goals. He was up there with Harry Kane, Lukaku, Dybala. Daniel Malin also supporting him with 16. So a solid performance from him. What about these other competitions? We have got the Super Cup. Oh, it's the Champions League win as well. 3-2 against your Jose Mourinho's Juventus.
Get to a final 3-2.
Almost threw it away with Isak getting 2. Morata's coming back. But there it is, Daniel Malin with the winner in the final. Was there any more? Was there a treble? There was. Capital One Cup. Extra time against Liverpool, a win there. Very good. Oh, solid 95th minute equaliser, 109th minute winner. Just never quite got.
Oh, I just couldn't get anywhere near it. I couldn't get anywhere. So disappointed.
Wow. Yeah. But a solid season overall.
Yes.
A treble winning season. Unbelievable stuff. So goals-wise, Alexander Isak, the signing that got it over the
39
line
goals,
by
yeah.
the looks of it.
Oh, 100%. That's the best signing for me, really.
39 goals. 27 from Donio Malin with 13 assists. Mateus got 22 as well. 25 assists from Phil Foden in that final year. Just banging in the balls for Alexander Isak
Very good, innit?
to score. Lovely stuff. Well, there we have it. Thank you very much for watching.
Well, like I said to you about just trying to sign new players last season,
Oh, yeah.
and they wouldn't come to me. Go to my shortlist.
Okay.
And I try to get these players. I look to see if I can get these players, and they will come to me now. Kylian Mbappe will come to me now. I've tried it, and he will come to me. At what price? 81 million. And Vinicius Junior. Look at this guy. He will come to me. 15 million.
Bargain price.
They wouldn't come to me last season.
No.
David De Gea. What a keeper this could be if I wanted to go for him as well. They'll come to me now.
Yeah, what a surprise.
Why would they come to me? Because I'm champions of Europe.
Yeah, £101 million. You'd only be able to get 2 of them.
Yep.
But
I know which 2 I would get.
Mbappe and Vinicius Junior would
If you
be
take
playing.
it on,
Yeah.
let me know how it goes.
Well, there we go. Page.com/Megaloot Gaming or on the YouTube channel members. Thank you very much for watching. If you're looking for something else to watch and you think, oh, that was a great hour, but I've got another hour to kill, here is a 10-year rebuild where me and Dad did Saints versus Pompey, the South Coast Derby. Have a look at that one. 10 seasons, and we got to try and win the most trophies.